everyone, this is Stephanie here with the Age of Metal. We're here right now at Winter NAMM 2014 at the Peavey booth, and I have Tom here with me right now. So how are you doing?
Very good, thank you. Very good.
Awesome. So this is the ReValver. Would you like to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So ReValver 4 is the next in the series of ReValver, taking over from 3.5, but we've completely re-engineered, redesigned it from the ground up. It's completely different. And basically, that's allowed us to get even more detail in the modelling. For people who are aware of ReValver already, it's a piece of software that does amp modelling. So basically, you can run it standalone as I'm doing here, or as a VST, AU, or AAX plugin, which means it can be used in Cubase, Logic, Pro Tools, all the major DAWs. And it's actually modelling from the component point of view. So we take a valve amp, model the valves, capacitors, resistors, put it all together in a circuit, and it allows like untouched realism, feel, and response from the actual amplifier. But what it allows us to do as well as it sounding great and being incredibly realistic, it means you can go in and tweak all the system and like replace components, change them about, and build your own amp basically. And because we've re-engineered and redesigned it, we've used something called a SPICE system, which is what actual amp designers use to synthesize their circuits. So it's like real life in a piece of software. So literally, if I just go in here to tweak the schematic, you'll actually see how the modelling is done, and this is the actual circuit, and you can go into all these different components and edit them, so you can rebuild the amp. I mean, this just allows it to be really powerful, really realistic, but it also allows like a complete infinite amount of editability. Now the cabinet modelling as well is convolution based. It's actually, we get the cabinets and sample the impulse response of the cabinet to load it in, so it's really realistic. It's a very high-end way of doing things. But we've actually redesigned all the GUI and the user experience and added a new RAR2 cabinet modelling interface. So basically what this does now, the old one for people who are used to the older version, that's still in there, but this allows us to select the cabinet, the microphone with different polar patterns, how close the mic is to the cab, the mic positioning, and using this, it'll actually intelligently select the impulse response that matches what you've done here. So it's still using that real high-end way of doing things, it's a bit more tactile for a user to actually use. And we've changed how the signal chain works as well, so if I just load this preset up here, you'll actually see. So we've redesigned how the signal chain works, so we have the amp and cabinet here, but now we have the stomp boxes on a pedal board, which is a familiar environment for guitar players. We have all the different modules. Some new models we've done, like this delay here, there's a model of a whammy, so we can do a pitch shifting as well. And then the effects, which are post-amp, are in this effects rack here. And we have some new stuff here, like the worldwide burb, which combines reverb, delay, and chorus. Big stereo stuff, sounds absolutely fantastic. And we can add in, there's a third-party VST-AU host here, so you can run third-party plugins within the software as well, which is a really powerful feature, actually, and it, again, expands what you can do. And then there's two signal chains, A and B, which are running together in parallel, so you can run two guitar rigs. And in these new input and output modules we've done, you can blend them, pan them left and right, stick them in and out of phase, etc. But in these input and output modules, we've done something new called ACT. And this is absolutely mind-blowing. So this works on the input and the output. It works differently. On the inputs, let me just clear this preset off. So if I just go to a blank preset, on the inputs, we can select the ACT. If we select one of the presets we've got in here, this is actually for an acoustic, this will actually listen to the guitar. So it's listening to the guitar and profiling this particular guitar. So it's listening to the pickups, getting all the information. Then when it's done, we can apply a filter which will actually model different instruments. So now, this guitar, electric guitar, is set to sound like an acoustic. And the great thing with that is we're going to be able to do different pickup models, so single coil can then sound like a Les Paul. And then the other thing we've done in ReValver 4 is we've added something called gig mode. Because it sounds so good, people want to use it live, which you could do in the previous version, and everything's MIDI mappable, so you can switch channels on the amp with a MIDI switcher. So what we can do in gig mode is load up to 8 different presets into these slots at the top, and then we can actually switch seamlessly using MIDI. We can switch seamlessly between different rigs, and it's really powerful for using it live. So But how the actual software works is different as well, because we've got the engine here, which is running everything, and it will come with a couple of different amplifiers, but we have the amp shop where people can go in and try all these different modules. We've got loads of them, all the different models, and then they can actually buy credits and purchase these particular models from the amp shop. And the whole way we've redesigned it allows us to add models in easily, so we can keep expanding it. And also it allows this to run on different platforms. So it's Mac or PC. You can run standalone VST-AU AX plugin, but this will also work on a Windows tablet. So you can use it on a Windows tablet with a MIDI interface and gig mode live. Not iOS, but that could come in the future. So, but we've got the opportunity to do all that. But it's really powerful, sounds fantastic, and that's the new version of ReValver.
All right, everybody, and this is Bobby right here. He's going to talk about these bass amplifiers. So what do you have to show us today?
We have the new Mini-Max bass head. This is a 400 watt RMS portable bass head. It weighs 6 pounds. We have a built-in overdrive. We have a 3-band EQ with voicing switches. We have a low boost, we call it punch, mid-shift, and bright, which is a high boost. And we have the built-in psychoacoustic processor, which it gives smaller cabs a larger, bassier sound without putting extra strain on the speakers. And we have a built-in chromatic tuner. There's a DI on the back with pre-post select, ground lift. This will come with a carry bag. And we're showing it with our new Mini-Max 112 cabs. We have a tweeter and 112. These are lightweight portable cabs. And we have speak-on and quarter-inch. The cab handles 200 watts, so we have it stacked up here with 2 cabs. Good match for the head. Very good value for a gigging bassist. We also have the new Mini Mega, which is really excited about this one. This is 1,000 watts RMS, weighs 8 pounds. Will come with a carry bag. We kind of have this light show going on now, but that can be disabled for a more low-key stage presence, I guess. But the musician can select custom colors for the backlighting, and we've got a lot of good features in there. We have a built-in overdrive, optical compressor, 4-band EQ with semi-parametric mids. We have Cosmos, and we actually have 2 different types of Cosmos. The subharmonics processor comes from our very successful rack mount Cosmos subprocessor, and we also have a new psychoacoustic, adjustable psychoacoustic feature for that as well. Again, to make a smaller cabinet sound bigger, or if using a normal size cab can make a bridge pickup sound fuller. And we have the essential patching in the back, DI, pre-post select, effects loop, tuner output, that kind of thing. We're showing it with our new 1516 cab. We have a high excursion 15-inch subwoofer and on the bottom, and we have 2 8-inch mid-highs on the top. We have better dispersion by actually using speakers instead of a horn tweeter, and also that makes distortion sound much better. A tweeter can tend to make that sound harsh, so we have really good dispersion coverage, very solid low end, works very well with 5, 6 string or other extended range basses. So this will be shipping this summer. We're really excited about this one. And also we have our new Headliner 1000. The original Headliner 600 did very well for us. The new version will put out 1,000 watts RMS. We have built-in overdrive, graphic EQ, shelving low and high, optical compressor, and we've added a mute switch, which was a request from our customers. This will be shipping second quarter. We're showing it with our new Headliner 212 cabs. We've done very well with the Headliner 410 and 115, 210. So we've added a 212 with tweeter, and we have switching on the back to adjust the tweeter level. But anyway, I guess that does it for our new stuff. We're excited.
Hey everyone, so this is Rob right now, and he was just doing a demonstration of the Vypyr Pro amp. So would you just like to share your thoughts on your experience playing with this?
Sure. I just started playing the Vypyr Pros, and they feel great. They've got Peavey's patented analog trans-tube technology, so they really respond, like the way guitar players expect when you plug into an amplifier. But the big thing with these, really, besides they have so many great features for the live gigging musician, but now you have the ability to also add multiple amps together. So that's kind of like really gives you some different kind of possibilities. You get some different kind of tones and textures. Like I was doing this Texas blues kind of Stevie Ray Vaughan sound. And yeah, I was just mixing like the diesel model with a kind of deluxe or a Fender Twin type model. So I don't think there's anything out there that is really doing that where you can combine multiple types of amps. So yeah, so that's really cool. So you get some great unique tones, and then there's everything in there that you would want from over 100 different types of effects and instrument models. The instrument models are really cool. Everything from like a baritone to a 7-string guitar. So if you're playing on stage, and you don't want to take out your 7-string guitar, you can basically, just dial it up here in the instrument section and go ahead and, you're ready to rip using a 7-string. So
I honestly, I see a lot of versatility with, all PV products. But you as a musician, do you play different kinds of music or?
yeah, no, I'm kind of a chameleon in that way. I do everything from like, hard rock to metal, to I've got blues roots and some of like the country chicken picking and the jazzy stuff. Yeah, I've just always liked to kind of dabble into different styles, and I guess that's one of the things that I do that a lot of people have always kind of thought was cool, because I'll just run from one style to another and I do them all, and it's all my kind of own personal take on playing that kind of style. It's never like completely traditional in a sense. So it's just a whole big mixture. Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I'm thinking with the Peavey products, does that really mesh in well with what you're doing as far as being very versatile and really, how do I put this? Just really perfectly being able to like express your musicianship and your different styles.
Well, yeah, because it gives me the ability to, tap into each one of those different styles. So, for example, if I wanted to, I'm in my kind of heavy metal mode, I'm going to go over to, say, the Triple X model, and I can dial in something really heavy doing that, but then all of a sudden, I start feeling a little bluesy. Now I can switch over to the Deluxe and, really kind of really recreate that tone and that feel authentically where I'm inspired. That's the whole thing. As a guitar player, when you plug into an amp, something's got to get you inspired to, well, it doesn't have to, but I think that's the main thing that guitar players look for when they go ahead and plug into an amp. It's like, do I feel like I'm inspired? Do I feel like I'm better when I play through this amp? And as soon as we do, we go, I got to have that. So, but yeah, I'm having fun playing through it, and it kicks ass. So yeah, Vypyr Pro. Yeah, so thanks for coming, NAMM 2014.
Right.
Yeah, right on.